Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker have become one of Hollywood's most talked about couples, but not always for the right reasons. While their whirlwind romance, extravagant wedding, and new baby have dominated headlines, there's a darker conversation brewing online. Fans and critics alike are raising serious questions. Is Travis Barker toxic? Is he controlling Kourtney? Has he isolated her from her famous family? Today, we're diving deep into what people are saying, the evidence they're pointing to, and what this relationship really reveals about Kourtney Kardashian. Let's start with the incident that sparked the latest wave of criticism, the 5K run. In a recent episode of The Kardashians, viewers watched an uncomfortable exchange between Kourtney and Travis that had people flooding social media with concern. The setup was simple. Travis was participating in a 5K race and wanted Kourtney to run alongside him, but Kourtney clearly didn't want to do it. She told him she was tired, that she'd only been running in 1 to 2 minute intervals during training, and that she was really just there to support him from the sidelines. Travis's response? "You've been running. You can come out and do the race with me. You just have to put those intervals together." When Kourtney pushed back, saying she had nothing to prove and really didn't want to run, Travis essentially ended the conversation by saying, "Okay, I'll see you out there," not really giving her a choice. What happened next is what really got people upset. When the race started, Travis was seen gripping Kourtney's hand tightly, forcing her to keep up with his pace. Keep in mind, Kourtney was a new mom at this point, clearly tired, and had explicitly said she didn't want to participate. In her confessional interview, Kourtney admitted, "I really didn't want to run. I have nothing to prove to anybody, and I was really tired." So why did she do it? That's the question everyone's asking. The 5K incident is just one piece of a larger puzzle that has fans concerned. People have been pointing out how dramatically Kourtney has changed since dating Travis, and they don't think it's for the better. Her style has completely transformed. Gone is the polished California chic aesthetic she maintained for years. Now she's adopted a full punk rock look: leather, studs, band tees, dark makeup. Her entire Instagram presence shifted from curated lifestyle content to constant PDA with Travis, including some truly cringe-worthy moments that had even her most loyal fans looking away. Her friendships have changed too. Remember when Kourtney was inseparable from Addison Rae? They were constantly together, working out, creating content, genuinely seeming to enjoy each other's company. But once Travis entered the picture, that friendship seemingly evaporated. Kourtney fully immersed herself in Travis's world, his music scene, his aesthetic, his lifestyle. Even her relationship with her famous sisters has deteriorated significantly. The tension between Kourtney and Khloe has been a storyline for years, but it's reached new levels since she married Travis. Last season on The Kardashians, the conflict between Kourtney and Khloe came to a head. Khloe revealed she felt like she was walking on eggshells around Kourtney, and that only negativity seemed to come from her older sister. Things escalated when Kourtney blocked Khloe in their family group chat, but didn't realize Khloe could still see her messages. Khloe watched as Kourtney vented to Kim about her, talking negatively about her behind her back while thinking she was blocked. When the sisters finally sat down to talk, Khloe was honest. She felt there was a clear separation between Kourtney and the family. It seemed like Kourtney and Travis's blended family had become their own unit, completely separate from the Kardashian clan. Kourtney's response was revealing. She didn't deny the distance. Instead, she claimed she'd felt this way for years, that her family misunderstood her and didn't treat her well. She said she's created a life with Travis and their 7 combined children, and she's more into that family now. Khloe brought up specific examples, like Kourtney's first Christmas with Travis, when she didn't want to come see her mom. Kris Jenner actually cried over it. Khloe pointed out that just because you have your own family doesn't mean you abandon your mother and sisters. But Kourtney felt she had good reason to pull away. She said watching the show and seeing her sisters talk badly about her when she leaves the room or after phone calls makes her not want to be around them. Here's where things get even more concerning. People are pointing out that this isn't the first time Travis has allegedly behaved this way. Critics are bringing up his ex-wife, claiming he did something similar with her, trying to mold her into a rock star girlfriend, isolating her from others, and ultimately leaving her drained. Social media posts have circulated showing his ex-wife looking exhausted, wearing pajamas all day, seeming a shell of her former self. Now, people are drawing parallels, posting side-by-side comparisons of Kourtney looking vibrant and happy before Travis versus looking tired and different now. The caption on one viral post read, "I will always think of this relationship as dark." There's also Travis's past admission in his book that he once had feelings for Kim Kardashian and wanted to date her years ago. This has fueled speculation that Travis saw the Kardashian family as a target, and if he couldn't have Kim, he'd settle for Kourtney. One comment perfectly captured the sentiment. Travis Barker is the perfect example of a man who didn't end up with the girl they want, so they ended up with the person they could get. Travis's dream girl is Kim, but Kim didn't want him, so he got second best, her sister, Kourtney. But here's the thing. While all these observations might seem damning, there's another way to look at the situation. What if Kourtney isn't being controlled or manipulated? What if she's simply found the perfect excuse to do what she's wanted to do all along, separate herself from her family? Looking back at years of keeping up with the Kardashians and now the Kardashians, one thing is crystal clear. Kourtney has never enjoyed being on the show. She's complained about it constantly. She's clashed with her sisters repeatedly. She's been the negative one for seasons. Everyone kept asking, why doesn't she just quit? And the answer was obvious. It's her job. It's the family business. But she's never hidden her misery about it. In her conversation with Khloe, Kourtney herself admitted she's felt disconnected from her family for years, long before Travis. She said she snaps occasionally because she feels misunderstood and mistreated by them. She's been trying to create distance, and they keep wondering why she doesn't come around. Maybe Travis didn't create this divide. Maybe he just gave Kourtney the perfect excuse to finally embrace it. Think about it. For years, Kourtney was trapped in the Kardashian brand, the family dynamic, the constant filming and drama. She was unhappy, but stuck. Then Travis came along, someone completely outside that world, with his own established identity, career, and lifestyle. He offered her an escape route, a new family unit, a reason to pull away that people might actually accept. So maybe Kourtney didn't lose herself when she started dressing like a punk rocker and posting constant PDA with Travis. Maybe she willingly adopted that identity because she was so desperate to be anything other than Kourtney Kardashian, reality TV star. She found acceptance in Travis's world, a place where she didn't have to be a Kardashian, and she grabbed onto it with both hands, even if it meant completely changing who she appeared to be. Her obsession with Travis in the early days, the over-the-top social media posts, the constant makeout sessions, the toe-sucking photos, might not have been about Travis at all. It might have been about finally finding freedom from her family's expectations. Interestingly, since having her baby with Travis, Kourtney seems to have leveled out somewhat. She's less rock star girlfriend and more back in mom mode. The constant PDA has decreased, she's settled into her baby bubble, and anyone who disturbs that peace, including her sisters, gets shut out. She films when she has to because it's her job, but she's miserable doing it. That misery becomes the storyline every season. Kourtney being negative, Kourtney not wanting to be there, Kourtney clashing with her family. But she keeps doing it because she's financially tied to it, even as she's mentally and emotionally checked out. So, is Travis Barker toxic and controlling, or is Kourtney using him as her escape hatch from a family dynamic she's wanted out of for years? The truth is probably somewhere in between. The 5K incident does show concerning behavior, not respecting her clearly stated boundaries and physically forcing her to keep his pace. That's not okay. But Kourtney is also an adult woman making her own choices. She's choosing this distance from her family. She's choosing this new identity. She's choosing to stay in this relationship and this lifestyle. The real question isn't whether Travis is controlling Kourtney, it's whether Kourtney is finally living the life she wants, or whether she's traded one cage for another. What do you think? Is Travis Barker isolating and controlling Kourtney, or has she found genuine happiness away from the Kardashian spotlight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.